Alright, so today we are looking at the Athena by Legends by Lane Masters. I got this one drilled pin up. It's a very, very nice ball, very smooth and continuous. Some of the specs on it are it's a heavy oil ball, or should be a heavy oil ball. You can use this thing on anything, house or lower volume. It's got a pearl cover stock. It's got the Contagion core, which is an asymmetric core. It's another asymmetric, just like the Morpheus Reverie was. It comes out of box at 2,000 grit. It's held up pretty well. I bowled with it about 9 games now, maybe a little bit more. It has an RG of 2.492, differential 0.051, and a mass bias of 0.23. It leans itself to be a very continuous and smooth ball. The only thing that I really have a gripe about it is you get it outside a little bit too much, it's not going to come back because it's so smooth and it's not as responsive off of the friction as the Morpheus Reverie was. You really got to be ahead of your game, ahead of the transition with it. But if you know how the ball's going to react for you, if you get it drilled very similar to where I got it, it's going to be a great ball that you can stay in for 3-4 games as long as you stay ahead of the transition. It's impressed me a lot, and this is my first out of the 2 balls that I really fell in love with. So I'd say the Athena, I had to give it a ranking. Compared to the Morpheus Reverie, I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. The Morpheus I give probably about a 7.5 because the Morpheus is very situational. You definitely need a lot of high volume, longer patterns to be able to make that ball really work for you for a longer period of time. It's almost too responsive off of friction, whereas this, the Athena, you can use in the lower volume, shorter patterns to give you that nice controllable hook, the nice smooth reaction off of friction, and which I find myself needing a lot more than something that's going to snap like a boomerang, basically. But yeah, so now you're going to see a couple of shots down lane. A new camera angle we'll work on, and you're going to see how the Athena works for me, and hopefully it gives you some information on how the ball will work for you. I'll try to put up some of my specs, like my speed and my revolutions on it, and go ahead and make your choice. But so far, being now an advisory staff member of California Bowling, this is what I'm most impressed with so far. So here's the shots, and see you in the next one.